to start with a brief introduction of a keynote speaker, Professor Ashmita S. Deshmukh. She has done her master's in computer engineering from Mumbai University and holds 20 plus years experience in teaching. Currently, she is an assistant professor at KC College of Engineering and Management Studies and Research. She holds a life membership in ISTE, Indian Society of Technical Education, participated in national as well as international conferences, and has published 19 research papers. Her domain of work includes computer network and systems, data analytics, and image processing. With this, I will now request Professor Ashmita S. Deshmukh ma'am to share her thoughts with our audience.
A very good morning to all. Firstly, I would like to thank Thakur College for inviting me to talk in this national conference on how IoT has changed the world. Now, everyone will agree with me that IoT, that is, we are abbreviating it as IoT, which is Internet of Things, has impacted our life in almost all the sectors. Say, for example, if I'm talking about if I'm talking about every sector, that means almost every sector. Whenever I visit my home, I visit my office, and I visit any other places like the malls or anything that comes to your mind, an industry, a manufacturing unit, everywhere we can see that IoT is being used nowadays in almost all the sectors. Now, for an example, if we talk of a small building uh, wherein it knows how many office desks are being used. That means how many people are working at a time, how many conference rooms are looked after or are getting used, how often the restrooms need to be cleaned, and it knows how many employees are on site each day. So such type of valuable information when I am talking about a very big institute or an organization um, has to be produced. Okay, so valuable information for even the chef or the canteen which is preparing lunch for the employees has to be there. Uh, in the aspect of how many are in and the food is to be prepared for how many people. So all this information, if previously what we were doing for all these things were we used to have a count of the people, we used to have the reference to their registers and all these things. But now, with the help of IoTs, all this information can be grabbed. The pictures can be taken. The cameras are working. They are in in sync with the computers, and all this information is stored and it is generated and passed on where it is required. So this is basically what I am talking about as IoT being impacting our life in almost all the sectors. Now, this was just one example. There are other examples. Say, for example, I'll be taking each one of it. It can also be considered as automation of many works, from insignificant ones such as turning the street lights. You must have seen the street lights turning on and off on their own now. So, just taking a guess of what is a not I won't be talking about the time, but I'll be talking about as it grows dark, the lights are automatically switched on or off. Then we have it used in irrigation. If I'm talking about smart farming, so all these things we'll talk one by one. Now, this is the healthcare industry, which is prominently extensively using IoT. So we now have in India also started all these things, that in the remote places also, when you don't have an expertise, when you don't have the reachability of the specialist doctors in all the sectors, then too we have, with the help of the IoT devices, we have the connectivity, and the patients who have undergone some surgeries, or who have undergone some major operations, can be monitored. Even for the regular things, like how much is the amount of work you carry on, how much is the amount of sleep you have throughout the day, all these things can be regularly monitored. And all these things, even reaching the doctor, reaching your dietitian, reaching your physiotherapist, has become very easy because of the IoT devices. Here you can see different types of IoT solutions that are relevant for the care providers. So what I was talking about as tracking and tracing. So all the devices, you must be knowing the smartwatches and similar devices. Even your mobiles have so many smart things. So they pass on the information, they collect the information, and they pass on the information. Even personal health, as I was talking about, your dietitians, your physiotherapists, or even your family doctors can have this information, monitoring you as to what is right, and what is, if there is something that goes wrong. Your regular activities in terms of how much is the workout you carry on throughout the days can be done with the help of these devices. Then we have equipment conditions and performance monitoring. This was what I was talking about, that there is some patient who has carried on some surgery or an operation, then he or she can be monitored. There is no need now that every time you have to carry the patient to the hospital to get the checkup, but it can be done at home, and the information can be passed on to the hospitals, to the doctors, with the help of IoT. Then the hospital environment checking, which is a very important part in this COVID situation we had seen. So all this also can be done in a very good way with the help of IoT. It can be monitored what is the quality of the air, what is the temperature, what is actually the requirement, and accordingly to that, the adjustments can be done. Monitoring can be done, and even the adjustments can be done. Then hazard sensing, so that we avoid the mishaps to happen. Lighting control, what is the amount of light that is required in each of the rooms, where it is required more, where it is required less. So all this can be controlled. Okay. Then we have telemedicine, that is, you can take the doctor's appointment who is placed at a remote place. Remote diagnostic is possible. As I have given the example, I'll continue with the same example, that I don't have expertise doctors everywhere, right? Especially in the remote places. So I can have a hospital there. We have government hospitals, or probably in all the villages. So the doctor in the village can carry on all the tests there in his hospital, and that can be sent to a specialist doctor to have a consultation, and to understand what is the medication that can be given to the patient, or whether he requires any aid that has to be done on the urgent basis. And then robotics, that is remote robotic surgery, you must have heard about it. So this is there to be done, so that there is a more accuracy, where there are very small parts that are to be where the surgery is to be carried on. Then we can have all these things done with the help of the remote robotic surgery also. Again, as I've told you, with the aid of the not a very specialist doctor, but who understands it at the remote place, it is going to be possible. So immersive media, that is medical training simulations with a virtual reality, augmented reality, all these things that we carried on, and the decision support system can work out with this. Then you have the connected ambulance. कहीं पे कुछ हो रहा है, if anything happens somewhere, and urgently it is required, so that you can have this connected ambulance wala system. Something is being carried on in the remote hospital, and you have a city nearby. Something goes wrong, or there is a medical emergency, You can even have the connected ambulance coming to your aid. Even we have remote communication and data transfer being carried on at the same time. So this is what we had talked about, and all these things everyone must be knowing, and even you must have experienced it or at least seen it in big hospitals. You do not now every time you cannot have a person at your service. So these things are being automatically done. Your drug is being tracked, the quantity that is being taken, given your medication intake can be tracked. Remote health monitoring can be carried on as to how much, as I've told you, how much amount of sleep you have taken, whether it was a good night's sleep, amount of workout that you required. So all these things can be tracked, and it can be saved, and it can be even used for your future use, which is called as इन्वेंट्री. इन्वेंट्री में हम लोग सारी चीज़ें स्टोर करके रख सकते हैं और फिर उसको यूज भी किया जा सकता है. So this is what we have all talked about. So wearable devices and everything can be monitored, and what I told you as the data storage, that can be done with the help of IoT and cloud. So when the topic has come, I'll tell you that IoT, cloud, big data, this has all come up simultaneously, and they are interlinked, interconnected to each other. Your IoT cannot work without cloud because the massive amount of डेटा दैट यू नीड टू स्टोर. अगर मैं पेशेंट की हिस्ट्री सारी स्टोर करना चाहती हूँ, एवरी डे मॉनिटरिंग इज डन. So I require a huge amount of storage. And when I'm storing it, I will be interested in even analyzing it as to this was what the patient was with yesterday, and this is his situation today. So all that has to be not only monitored, not only saved, but even analyzed, where your analytics, that is big data I was talking about, will come into picture. So these are all linked and they play a major role. Now moving on to the next sector, that is smart city. So in the smart city, you will have all these things that are interlinked to each other, which can be very well done with the help of IoT. We have started with the concept of smart city uh, uh, in India now. Uh, but when I talk about my students, they have already worked out with at least a smart colony you can start with when you're working on your projects. It is a really good thing. So all these things you can carry on. The monitoring can be done there as to how the house visits are carried by the people, how many people are allowed in the building, whether they are known. तो ये सारी चीज़ें हम लोग कैमरा से विजिटर्स अलाउ कर सकते हैं, एक फैमिली के एक 10 लोग that are frequently visiting them. So this can avoid the crimes. This can make many things good. फिर हर घर पे अगर कैमरा है, so that camera can monitor so many things, who is in, who is out. Even we have IoTs now. You must have heard at the homes for switching on and off the devices. So all this, that is the smart home. Then we have smart medicine, reaching you all whenever it is required. So you can have a monitoring of 30 days का पिल्स है मेरे पास. So then it can be, the order will be smartly placed and it will be delivered. Smart retail, smart agriculture. So we'll talk of this one by one, but all this, you know that they are using IoT. So IoT also empowers manufacturing, and it improves logistics and fleet management. So something is getting manufactured at a place as an industry, and from there, how it is going to move to the places where its requirement is. Then we have IoT in retail. So we are in Mumbai, Pune, and all the metros. We have already started with this. You go to the place where you have everything in place. You have the gym there. You have the mall there. You have hotel, cafeteria, all these things, right? Then we have smart agriculture. So smart agriculture is again a good area where you can work on right from the soil quality till your crops comes out and it is taken up from the farmer. All the things can be done with the help of IoT. So that was all. So this is only a few areas that I have talked about, but definitely I will say that since the talk is in a national conference, I would like to tell the students that you can come up with good topics when you work out for your mini projects or projects and get a good idea about the implementation of whatever you are putting up as a papers in this conference. Thank you all.